students, I hope you all are doing very well. In today's video lecture, we will discuss about the solution of third unit of May 2016 question paper. So let's start to discuss. In unit third, first question, sixth A part is prove that there is a unique path between every pair of vertices in a tree. So we want to prove that for every pair of vertices in a tree, there is a unique path. So let's start the solution. Consider a tree and consider any two arbitrary vertices, say U and V in T. As tree is connected, we know that T is a connected graph which does not contain any circuit. So obviously since T is a connected graph, so U and V are connected through a path. So there exists at least one path between the vertices U and V. But actually we want to prove that there exists a unique path between every pair of vertices in tree. So on the contrary, we suppose that if possible, there are two or more distinct paths between U and V. Then these paths taken together form a circuit. Obviously, if there are two distinct paths, say T1 is a path from U to V and T2 is a path from the U to V, then if we take two paths together, then they form a circuit from U to U. Then let this circuit be V0, V1, V2 up to so on Vn minus 1 and Vn, where Vn is equals to V0. Now we want to show that this circuit contains a simple circuit. So if the vertices, because we want to prove that our supposition is wrong, so we will prove that this circuit contains a simple circuit. Because if this circuit contains a simple circuit, then there exists a simple circuit in tree which contradicts the definition of the tree. So our supposition is wrong, which is that there are two or more distinct paths between U and V. So our purpose is to prove that this type of circuit contains at least a simple circuit. So what is the definition of simple circuit? A simple circuit is a circuit in which all the vertices are distinct. So if these vertices are distinct, then we have to prove nothing because itself this circuit is a simple circuit. But if these vertices are not distinct, means there exist at least two vertices which are equal. Say these two vertices which are equal appears at ith and jth position, means these two vertices are Vi and Vj, where I less than j. Then the circuit is V0, V1, V2, V3 up to so on Vi plus 1 up to Vj, because here we are seeing I is less than j. Then Vi appears prior than Vj, Vj plus 1, Vn minus 1 up to Vn. Then because Vi and Vj, these vertices are equal, then if we remove this path, that is Ei plus 1, Vi plus 1, Ei plus 2, Vi plus 2 up to Vj, if we remove these terms from the circuit, then alternating sequence is still a circuit because these two vertices are equal. So there is no requirement of this path. So if I remove these vertices from Ei plus 1 to Vj, then the alternating sequence is still a circuit in T containing fewer edges. Then we will repeat this process until each repeated vertex except and vertices appears once. Then in this way, we can find a simple circuit in this circuit. So which contradicts our definition of the tree. So our supposition is wrong. Definitely there is a unique path between every pair of vertices in a tree. Now look at 6th B part. Write a short note on depth first search method for constructing a spanning tree. Actually in my previous video lecture I have also discussed about the depth first search method for constructing a spanning tree. But anyhow I am discussing here also. So what is the depth first search method to construct a spanning tree? So it is the one of the main methods for constructing a spanning tree. In this method, firstly, we pick a vertex. We can pick arbitrary vertex of the connected graph. Then a path is formed starting from the root, starting from that starting vertex by successively adding vertices and edges which are connected to that vertex. But unless a path is formed, because in tree is a connected graph which is free from the circuit. So from the each new added vertex we are adding vertices and edges which are connected to that Then we will carry on the process of adding vertices and edges to this path until the path covers all the vertices of the graph. We will continue our process of adding and vertices and edges in this way until all the vertices of the graph are covered. Then with the help of this type, the tree obtains so is a spanning tree. Here one thing is to be noted down that if the vertices in the connected graph are ordered, means our given graph is directed graph, then we will choose the first vertex that we will choose the first vertex in the available ordering as a starting vertex. Means I want to say that if given graph is an undirected graph, generally we will have the undirected graph, then we can choose any vertex as starting vertex. But if our given graph is directed graph, then choose the starting vertex as first vertex in the available ordering. So in this video lecture we have discussed these two questions. If you face any problem in these two questions, you can ask.